Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to break down the brand new trailer for House of the Dragon Episode 5. So far we've had episodes full of politics, family squabbles, dragons, even a battle, and of course the sexy times from last episode, all the elements that made Game of Thrones what it is, but now it's time for another infamous part of the series, a wedding, which we know are never dull affairs in Westeros. And this episode is the halfway point of season 1, and the story is really setting up now. And this will be the last episode featuring the actresses that are playing young Rhaenyra and young Alicent, so you know it's going to be a memorable one. But as always, before we start, if you like what you see here, please consider subscribing. But yes, House of the Dragon Episode 5, titled We Light the Way, which of course are the words of House Hightower. And speaking of the Hightowers, Otto has been fired as Hand of the King. But I think it's too late. His legacy has been cemented. Alicent has gave the king 2 children, with another one on the way. Not only is Rhaenyra sabotaging her own career, many out there are giving her a helping hand. That makes Alicent's task of making her son the heir more and more likely. The main event of this episode will be the wedding of Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, heir to the Iron Throne, and Laenor Velaryon, son of the Sea Snake and heir to the Driftwood throne. Both of them have Valyrian blood and both of them are dragon riders. This is a match made in heaven. Shame that neither party is interested in this match. Rhaenyra has never wanted to be married off, but she settled for Laenor after the events of the last episode. And as for Laenor, well, that's a spoiler. And as you guys know, I don't want to sit here and spoil future episodes from the book. I don't see the point in it. It's not clever and it just ruins it for some people. But yeah, they've got no choice. This is a political marriage designed to repair a fractured relationship between both of the Valyrian houses, with so many future potential dragon rider heirs. It's a big event in King's Landing. The Sea Snake's fleet arrives. It's a royal wedding, so there'll be guests from all over the realm. I imagine all the great lords of Westeros will be there and important vassals. And we can see Laenor and his mother, Rhaenys, flying overhead on their dragons. Remember, Laenor's dragon, Sea Smoke, made his first appearance in episode 3. And he is the silvery white dragon that fought in the Stepstones. And his mother's dragon is Meleys, known as the Red Queen. Both of them seem to be the dinosaur-type dragons, very similar to Drogon. But yes, House Velaryon is the second strongest house in the realm. They have the best navy, and they also have dragons. They have the air power, which only 2 houses in the land can claim. And another alliance with the crown further increases that. And what makes this match even more important is the fact Viserys and Rhaenyra come to Driftmark, the seat of House Velaryon, the island right next to Dragonstone. And like I said, this is a big deal because Corlys feels disrespected by the king choosing Alicent over his daughter Laena, and he was going to marry Laena off to someone in Braavos instead, and that's a no-go. So to repair this relationship, Viserys is offering his daughter an heir. And you know the crown will also find a way to make sure Laena marries someone in Westeros instead of Essos. And this will be a huge ego boost for the Sea Snake, and I'm sure he's going to enjoy this encounter. The king is coming to your house to ask for a marriage. He might apologise, he'll probably say it in so many words though, but it's still a massive ego boost for the Sea Snake. And also, Lionel Strong is there, and he is the new Hand of the King after Otto Hightower has been shown the door. He is the only advisor who truly is loyal to the king and gives him sound, honest advice. So yeah, in the next shot we can see the royal wedding band, and that has to be the infamous Mushroom, a character from Fire and Blood who the Maester writing the book credits as one of the sources. And fans are eager to see him. Even if his role has been reduced on the show, he had to show up. So I'm not surprised, and I'm hoping we see more of him in the future. So yeah, the wedding takes place in the throne room of the Red Keep, before the Iron Throne. Viserys is there with his daughter at the top table. He's in his formal kingly outfit, and she's in her wedding dress. And Viserys gives some sort of father of the bride speech. A royal wedding, I hope to herald in a second age of dragons. But Rhaenys, the mother of the groom, doesn't seem so hopeful. She tells her husband, Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged. Knives will come out. She's advising him on accepting the king's proposal, or perhaps after he's accepted it, as she knows firsthand the realm will not accept Rhaenyra. And after the last episode, there's more doubt there. Rumours and gossip will be spreading far and wide. And this wedding will have a very impressive guest list, lords and ladies from all over the realm. So we need to play a game of spot the sigil, spot the houses and the lords. We can see the Lannister brothers, Jason and Tyland. And we know the Lannisters tried to get their claws into the dragon in episode 2. But Rhaenyra didn't even entertain that idea. Now this scene is very interesting. Sir Criston Cole and Alicent Hightower. And you can see from Criston's face, he's full of guilt after sleeping with the princess. When he came to her room the night after, he was awkward. And I bet you Alicent gets it out of him. And she either keeps it to herself for later, or plants the seed now. And that's what starts the brawl at the wedding. Because like I said, Game of Thrones weddings never go down smoothly, and there'll be a massive brawl in the throne room of the Red Keep. In the books there was a tourney that was held to celebrate the wedding, but I don't think we'll see that on the show. We've already had one in episode 1, so you don't want to repeat that this early. So I think elements from that tourney will be spilled over into this wedding. And this room is full of powerful lords and dangerous people, full of gossipers too. So Rhaenyra's secret is likely going to get revealed, or something is mentioned that starts the brawl. And a brawl in the Red Keep throne room in the presence of the king is just crazy. Even the groom and the now husband to the heir is getting thrown over tables. And it's not just fists, knives are drawn. So imagine the king's guard and the castle guard might have to step in, especially once Rhaenyra is caught up in the fight. If only the king was strong enough to end it there and then. Or if only he still had the biggest dragon in the world poke its head through the window and tell everyone to keep it down, he's trying to sleep. But Viserys is a weak king, and there's just so much tension right now in the realm. And I think Alicent will play a massive part in this episode. And I think Cole has spilt the beans, or she's gotten it out of him. And she now holds so much power over him and over Rhaenyra. And she could use that to get her son on the Iron Throne. But at the expense of her best friend, will she do that? Will this be the moment she dips her toes into the dark side? And as for Daemon Targaryen, the MVP of the show, he's been banished to Runestone in the Vale, with his wife, Rhea Royce, who he nicknames the Bronze Bitch. He doesn't love her at all. She probably doesn't love him, or she's realised that he'll never love her, so what's the point? And an upcoming scene confirms a very popular fan theory from the books. Daemon is clearly in front of her horse, and he pushes her over. And Daemon will only do something like this if he can get away with it, if he can end her. And he's probably at his lowest now, and he's had enough. And I imagine he'll frame this as an accident, and he's free to move on now. And even though he's banished, he is still brother of the king. He's a prince. He'll get away with it. And what is the Vale going to do? Because I imagine in the mountains, there'll be a big red scary dragon flying about. But as for his brother, like I said, he's looking weaker and weaker. We can see him be tended by the maesters. And Otto, who's on his way out now, tells his daughter, the king will die. Cheers for the spoiler, Otto. But yeah, Viserys is done. His body is falling apart, he's lost fingers, he's got sores all over his back. It's going to get worse from here. And we can actually see him collapse after his return from Driftmark. This journey will take a lot out of him. And then the brawl at the wedding might be what pushes him over the edge. And we can see Alicent, his wife, watch with concern. But at the same time, she's ready to complete her father's mission that he's laid out before her. And that is to prepare Aegon to rule. Alicent is angry, upset, confused, conflicted. She has loyalty to her father and her house, but also to her husband and her best friend. And as queen to the realm, but also to her son, who she wants the best for. A son who, according to most people in the realm, is the rightful heir. And there's so much drama now, but we love it. And like I said, this episode is the halfway point, and the last episode before the major time skip. I believe it might be 10 years. And it's the last one with our two leading ladies, who have done an excellent job. But there has been talks about them returning for season 2 in some sort of flashback. And I'm all for that, because I'm going to miss them. They have really been two of the best characters on this show. And this will definitely be an episode and a night to remember. But guys, I want you to post your thoughts on the episode 5 trailer. Give me your thoughts and theories all about the episode, and tell me what you're most excited for. This is truly the best show on TV right now, and I can't wait for the next episode. But before we get that, guys, if you like what you see, please consider subscribing, throw a like as well if you can. I'll leave links to loads of House of the Dragon videos as well as Rings of Power stuff, which is going to get its episode 4 on Friday. So we'll probably do a video or two before that. But for now, I'll say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.